All right, everybody, here we go. It's the tier list. Now, we did a metalcore band tier list a few weeks back, and there was some bands on there that I just really wasn't that familiar with. There were some old ones, and there were some people saying like, "Why didn't you include this band? Why didn't you include that band?" And I was like, it was just one that was on the website. And Nightmares Pressing My Luck, I have not heard that track, Hex. I have not. And so what I wanted to do was create a more modern tier list here. So I went through and I made my own. Now, a lot of these images aren't exactly perfect. As you can see here, we have like Alpha Wolf right here, which just says "Haw." But, you know, I know that it's Alpha Wolf. What's also going to be interesting is it's going to be me looking at these and trying to remember which band is which if it's not totally clear. Because I tried to find all square images for the different bands. So regardless, we're gonna see what happens here. There's gonna be some overlap from the last tier list, but you know, it is what it is. So without further ado, we're gonna get into this here in just a second. I'm gonna turn off these timers here and whatnot, so that way we're not confusing new people coming into the stream, so they don't donate for requests. Let me just turn that off real quick. Okay, boom and boom. All right, here we go. First up, we have Abbey Falls. Now, Abbey Falls is a band that I believe was requested back on the True Shot channel for us to react to. These guys are heavy. They bring the heavy. It's good. It's quality stuff. You know, I think that they're a pretty solid band. Are they a band that I listen to on a regular basis? They are not, but they do bring the heavy, and I can respect the heavy. So we're going to put them in the C category. And actually, that's a perfect explanation for me to explain these tiers. I'm sure you guys pretty much get it, but S tier is like top of the tier. It's like top, top, top. And so with S and F tier, I'm going to be using them sparingly. I'm not going to be using them, you know, like, oh, every band's perfect, every band sucks or whatever. It's going to be used sparingly. This next one here, I remember because I just did this before I started the stream. This is the band Alleviate. Now, they have one single. They have one single, Die For Me, but it's a great single. And I know that these guys are from other bands, so they're competent musicians. But they only have one single. I'm going to put them in B because I'm a really big fan of their first single. I really, really, really like their first single. That one's a banger. Yeah, exactly. It's a banger. Alpha Wolf. This is an A-tier band. I'll tell you why. These guys, going back to Mono and even their earlier material, even before Mono, these guys have stayed true to form since they started. It's just heavy breakdown, bash over the head music. And their most recent record, A Quiet Place to Die, was awesome. Listen, their EP before that, Fall, was phenomenal. Not a lot of people talk about that EP. I feel like, obviously, you know, the new record's out, but that was phenomenal. That EP was just so good. Next up, we have Architects. Now, I know that the new Architects record gets a lot of flack. I think it's a solid record. It's obviously not necessarily metalcore or whatever, but I do think that it's going to be a blueprint that'll probably be used in the future. Some of their older stuff I like. I'm going to put them in the B, but it's going to be kind of, you know, it'd be like a lower B for me. I like Architects. I really do. They're the architects for a lot of, you know, other modern metalcore style bands, but they're not a band I really listen to that often. I do respect them, though, of course. Asleep at the Helm. Now, these guys I featured in my bands under 10,000 monthly Spotify listeners you have to listen to. I think these guys are great. I really do. Even their material before their most recent singles is rock solid. I think these guys are just a really rock solid metalcore band, especially their track Outsider is phenomenal. So if you like those big choruses with also some breakdowns, that's the band for you. I'm going to put them in B as well. I think that they're a B tier band. I really do think that they are that good. You've got to check them out. All right. Here we go. Here's where the controversy might start. Before I Turn. This is a band that has been requested to me to listen to over and over again for a long, long time. Now, I don't know the guys in Before I Turn, personally. I think that they're probably nice people. But to me, it is just too long. Like, the songs are long, and it's just very slow-paced. And I just can't do it. I just can't do it. I'm not going to give them an F, but they are going to go in the D tier for me. It's just not a style that I can get into personally. Bleed From Within. Now, is this a modern metal band? No, but listen, I fudged it a little bit, okay? There's 99 bands here. I tried to get as close to 100 as I could, and, there was some overlap ones, okay? Metalcore is like 3-minute long song. Yeah, exactly. I want as close to 2 minutes as you can get. Bleed From Within. I thought that their last record, which came out, I think a couple years ago at this point, was rock solid. I listened to some of their past material. These guys are like the Azalea Dying of the UK. I think they're a solid B tier band. Blood Youth. Now, Blood Youth is part of this new metal kind of revival, if you will. There's a lot of this new metal kind of stuff coming back. And Blood Youth is okay. I've listened to some of their stuff. I like it. Is it anything that I typically come back to? No. However, it is requested, somewhat frequently on these Twitch streams. So they're a solid band. I think they're gonna go in the C tier for me, below Abbey Falls. They're okay. I think that I've listened. Actually, I remember we did a reaction to them on the True Shot channel a long time ago, and I just wasn't into that song at all. But since then, they've gotten better from what I have heard. Okay, Body Snatcher. Okay. These guys are angry. It's heavy music, but they do a little bit too much of the dun, 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 dun for me. I'm not a big fan of the dun, 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 duns. I'm just not. I just can't do it. I'm struggling here on where to put Body Snatcher because they're angry. I've seen them live, and they put on a great show. I enjoy their live energy. I think that these guys can really do that very well. The recorded stuff just doesn't seem to really connect for me. I'm going to put them in a low C. It's just not overall my cup of tea, but they are heavy, and I would go to see them live. To me, they're a band that, like, if you're like, hey, man, Body Snatcher's on the bill, I'm like, oh, shit, okay, I'm pumped. Next up, we have Boundaries. I just know that this is like one of their old, I think, records or whatever that I had to use for their picture. Boundaries, their most recent record was sick. Absolutely loved it. These guys go hard. I really, really, really appreciate Boundaries. Very interesting, heavy stuff, and the vocals are, it's that one tone, but it is just raw as hell. So they're going to go in B, and I want to take a second here to adjust this B category. So I think that this is probably where I think I'd probably go, let's see, I'd go probably something like this. Okay, we'll do that. I like that. Actually, yeah, that more like that. Next up, everybody's favorite hype band right now, Brand of Sacrifice. Now, actually, I played a show with Brand of Sacrifice some years ago at this point. I believe it or not, they came through on a tour with Rings of Saturn and Angel Maker, and we actually played the show. They were heavy. They were good back then. But the older material just couldn't click with me. I just couldn't get too into it. However, Lifeblood drops, and then Enemy drops, and that to me alone is just a new phase of the band, and with that, they are an A-tier band for me. I think that they're a phenomenal band. I think they're so good. Seagate. This is also another band that I featured on my bands with less than 10,000 monthly Spotify listeners that you have to listen to, and they're rock solid. I've listened to a number of their tracks now. These guys are a really rock-solid, heavy band that also kind of mix in some of the more melodic. They remind me a lot of the band Aviana. I'm going to put them in the C tier. I think that these guys are solid. I think that they're really, really good. They're going to go in C just because I'm hoping to hear more. There's some standout tracks from me, and there's some that are like, okay, like that's okay. But there are some tracks that really stand out to me, and, I'm going to put them in the C, high C. Not the drink, but the ranking. Next up, Cane Hill. Now, their old album with the mosquito on it, I thought there was some really interesting tracks off of that. And then now, and then I believe after that they did some kind of experimental-ish kind of EP. And then after that, now we have like Power of the High and some of their other singles. I think it's pretty good stuff. I think Power of the High is fun. I think that is a ridiculously good track. And then I think Blood and Honey, that's another good one. That kind of like death metal borderline track that they did was okay. Not really my thing. But to me, Cane Hill will go in the B. Will go into B. I'll put them high B. I think that they're a high B band for me. Cool Down says S tier. Okay. Listen, I think Cane Hill's sick. I think Cane Hill is sick. The album Smile is their best work, says Soft Purple Llama. Yeah. I can't remember. Which album is that? Is that the one with the mosquito on it? I've only heard 3 songs by them. I should probably check out more because it sounds like what I've heard is pretty good. Yeah, you should check out more. Smile is my fave, too. Yeah, see, a lot. So some. Okay, I'm just not familiar with the album names off the top of my head. But next up, we have Carcosa. Now, this is... This is the band, Andrew Bain is in the band, okay? There's other guys in the band too, but, obviously, Andrew Bain is a well-known YouTube guy. And then also you have Johnny, you have Cooper, and I'll never remember that other guy's name. I say it every time I react to Carcosa. It just never connects for me. But these guys are what I remember calling them refreshing deathcore, and I think that is true. A lot of deathcore doesn't really resonate with me, and I think part of the reason why is that I really like the more kind of groove infusion, or even just like stuff that kind of maybe closely borders on metalcore, sort of. And these guys really, there's an infusion of like obviously deathcore, but then you have like the Acacia Strain sort of elements in there. So I've really been a huge fan of what I have heard so far from them, and I know that they're going to be putting out a new single. By the time this tier list comes out, it'll probably already be out, Vermin, so I'm really looking forward to that. I think that these guys are an A-tier band. I think that they're an A-tier band. I really, really do. I think that they are heavy and fun. I really love it, and it's not like overbearing, like that's part of it too. A lot of deathcore is just fast for the sake of being fast, but I think these guys really blend all the different elements very, very well. Next up, we have Code Orange. Now, overall, I wasn't too big of a fan of their most recent record, and overall, I'm just not really that into Code Orange. There are some songs that I do like. Swallowing the Rabbit Hole, I think that's probably like the only song by them that I would really go back and listen to. So Code Orange is going to get a D tier for me. Sorry, but that's just the way that it goes, okay? Listen, the thing is that if I only like really one song by the band, I mean, if you get one right out of 60 on a test in school, you're getting a lot worse than a D, okay? Next up, we have Cohen. These guys really do that sworn-in dealer type of metalcore. Really solidly, if to be honest with you. And their EP I was a big fan of. These guys are signed to Modern Empire, and I'm really looking forward to what these guys have coming out here in the future. It's just a style of metalcore that really, really, really resonates with me. And with that, I'm going to put them as a B tier band. I think that they're just a really good band. I'm stoked to hear more. Convictions. I love that EP that just came out. I love it. I love that EP. However, when I listen to like their older material, it's okay, but it doesn't grab me in the same way as the other stuff does. like the EP that just came out. I think that EP that just came out is a high A rated record. I just think that it is phenomenal. I don't have anything bad to say about it. So it kind of leaves me in an interesting predicament here, because do I go off of their most recent work or do I look at the full body of work? I'm going to go off the full body of work, and I will give Convictions a high B. I think that Convictions is a really good band, and if they continue on with that style from that last EP, these guys are going to be one of my favorite bands, without a doubt. Counterparts. I'm going to be honest with you guys. I just couldn't really ever get into Counterparts. And now that I'm thinking about it, I should have put End on this tier list. But, you know, we are where we are, you know what I mean? So, Counterparts, though, I'm just not a big melodic, hardcore type of guy. I just really can't get into it. There's not a single Counterparts song that comes to mind that I've really liked that much. There's some stuff here and there that I've heard that I'm like, yeah, that's not bad. They're not an F tier band, but they're definitely going to be down here in the D for me. Probably, yeah, they'll go higher D than Before I Turn in Code Orange, because I just can't get into any really before I turn. So they're going to go D. I think Brendan Murphy is a phenomenal vocalist, but it's just the style of music that I just haven't really been able to get into. Crystal Lake. Now, this is kind of a tough one, because I saw them live. Okay, I saw Crystal Lake live. What a show. What an incredible show. Energy just oozing from these guys. However, when I think of the recorded material, I especially had this problem with Aeon, their record, I just couldn't get into it. I just couldn't. And then obviously, you know, you have the more recent singles, the two heavier singles, which are Mephisto and, man, I cannot think of the name of that other single. I do like that. But I got to be honest, man, I'm just... Crystal Lake has always been a tough one for me to really like. I like them, right? But I just... I don't know, man. Like, I'm gonna go low B. I'm gonna go low B, but I almost went C, just because I don't know, man. Like, I appreciate them very, very much. I think that they're good. Like, I can listen to the music, I think it's good, but it just doesn't connect with me that much. Okay, now we got Currents. Old Currents, you're talking about Heathen era, okay? I love that stuff. The Place I Feel Safest, that record is awesome. The EP was great. The most recent record was good. I like the other material more. But when you add all that up, Currents is an A-tier band, man. They're an A-tier band. They, like, that EP, it doesn't get talked about enough. Really, really good. The Place I Feel Safest is awesome. And the last record was still, like, I think I gave it like an 84 or something like that on when I reacted to it on Patreon. It's a great record overall. So I'm gonna give him a lower A. Darko, what a band! I mean, this band goes hard in the paint. Okay, we've had now a record and an EP from these guys. Excuse me. And all of it's been really, really good. To me, they're a high A-tier band. They're a high A-tier. I love Darko. I'm looking forward to more Darko. Dayseeker. Okay, listen. Some would argue that these guys aren't even really like a metal band. And I could see that argument. But if you go to their record before, Sleep Talk, definitely, they are. So I put them on the list. Now, Sleep Talk is good. It's not anything that I listen to, though. Like, it is objectively good music. Like, it's good. It is good. I think with Dayseeker, though, like, I have to balance it. What's a low A? What Bobo saying? What low A? Cool Down saying, "Hey, Sleep Talk was incredible." Yeah, I think Sleep Talk is good. It's just not the style of music that I listen to on a regular basis. It just isn't. Like I can listen to it and be like, "Dang, like that's good." But I think Dayseeker probably is going to be. I'm going to put them in the B. I'm going to put them in B. I'm going to put them probably. Probably low B. I think that's probably where they end up for me. Just because like I said, you have to balance objectively good music with personal preference. And I think that's kind of the intersection where Dayseeker comes from me. This B tier is looking pretty popular right now. But, okay, Dead Crown. Now, Dead Crown is a good band. I like their debut EP. I like the EP that came after that. And then their most recent single is Rock Solid. I think that these guys are just good. They're heavy. Nothing too crazy in terms of the instrumentals, but it's heavy, down-tuned, it goes. So, with that said, I think that these guys are another B-tier band for me. I think that they're really good. I do think that they're good. I actually would put them probably right here next to Cane Hill. They slap, as Cool Down would say. Yes, they do indeed slap. Now, I included this band. I know it might be kind of controversial, but the band is called Dealer. No longer a band anymore. You guys all know the reasons why Dealer is no longer a band. However, in the time that Dealer was a band, holy shit. Okay? I was absolutely taken aback by the band when they were a band. What a phenomenal project. I wish that, who was a good boy and the band could have continued, but here we are where we are, right? I think Dealer was just fantastic. And with that, I'm going to put them here in the A tier. They're A tier, man. Very, very, very good. Actually, I'll put them probably, I think right there. Put them there. Next up is Defamed. Defamed. I feel like this band was red hot there for a minute, and then I haven't really heard too much from Defamed. But their EP was good. They had released all their singles that they released were really good, except for like one that I really wasn't too into. But I'm looking forward to more material from these guys. These guys get a B from me. These guys are heavy.
The mists of Avalon.
Eric Inc., thank you for the follow. Thank you very much. Oh, yeah, Aeon was such a solid EP. Yeah, exactly. I just feel like I haven't heard much from him recently. Degrader. Now, listen, the older Degrader stuff is not great. It's not anything that I was too into. Their record, Burn You, Burn We, was okay. And their most recent record, A Beautiful Lie, was I think I gave an 85. So when you look at the full body of work, I think Degrader is probably a low. I think I'd probably go high C for me. Just because you got to look at the full body of work. And I think that, actually, I don't know. That last record was that good, man. Okay, we're gonna go B. I think B. B is really fat right now. They're looking fat right now, but the new Degrader record was that good that I have to kind of. You also have to kind of base it off of the most recent, what's going on right now too. You have to, because to really grade a band based off of their stuff they put out 6 years ago. I mean, you got to factor it in, but you shouldn't hold it too much against them considering what their most recent stuff is. So, Desolate. These guys are heavy, man. I don't really have too solid of an opinion on them. I've heard them. People want me to check them out. They're good. I think that they're just a good, heavy band. And I'm looking for, I know they have something coming out, and I'm looking forward to listening to that. I'll give them a C. Diamond Construct. Now, I like the song, what do you call it? Psychosis. I like the one, Oh man, I gotta look on my phone now because I there's a song by them that I really like. It's actually on the Core 100 playlist, and I'm surprised that I can't think of it. Enigma. I really like Enigma. Rest of the tracks off that EP are okay. There's some other songs that are pretty good sprinkled in there. There's some really strong ones though. I think that Diamond Contract will probably get a high C from me. I think that's probably where I'd go. They have Enigma. Yeah, I really like Enigma. I haven't heard of most of these bands. What the hell? LOL. Yeah, well, that's why we're doing this too. I would expose some more bands. I don't know. I do feel bad putting Diamond Construct in C though. I really do because I feel like the elements of their sound are really good. I really like the elements of their sound. There's just some songs where it doesn't really connect all the way for me, but Enigma was awesome. Oh, man. I feel like, you know what? I'm gonna swap Dayseeker and Diamond Construct. I'm gonna swap them. I think I'll do that. Distant. Everything I've heard from these guys is heavy, but it just doesn't really do anything for me. It just doesn't. It's the same thing, kind of like with like a Before I Turn or like even a Body Snatcher, where it's like, yeah, like it just doesn't do anything for me. So I'm gonna give Distant a D. D for Distant. It's just I just never really I could get into them, man. I just can't. Downswing. These guys are okay. I've played shows with these guys. Some songs are better than others, but overall, the majority of it is just kind of like, it's okay for me. I'm gonna give these guys probably like a low C. Drown This City. From what I've heard, this band is awesome. I think that these guys are and I know that there's a female, front woman, but I think that that's why I just said these guys. So I just wanted to preface that. But I think Drown This City's really solid. There's really nothing too bad, but there's new Burn Order or something like that. But I think I'll probably give Drown This City like a high C. I'm looking forward to hearing more from Drown This City. Dying Wish, a new signee to Sharp Turn Records. Not new, but new enough, and they're okay. I thought that their first single that they released through Sharp Turn was awesome. They kind of have like that old metalcore style, and I like Dying Wish. I think that they're heavy. And I'm looking forward to more from them coming out. I think that I'll probably go low B on Dying Wish as well. Amur, S. That's the S tier band here, people. It's just the way that it is, okay? Let's move on. I love Amur. Everybody knows it. I'm going to put them in every tier list just because they're F. Get out of here. Not F. Get out of here. Who would have guessed? Yeah, exactly. Era. I liked the new record. I liked it overall. But I think that Era is a tough band for me to listen to consistently. Obviously, JT, he's a buddy of mine, but I got to be honest with you guys, the people, okay? A lot of the music just doesn't really, especially like the stuff before the last record, I just couldn't really get into. Last record was good. I'm going to put them kind of probably let's see. I probably put them right about, probably just above. I'll put him right there. I think JT's going to be crushed in the comments. No, he'll be okay. Listen, he knows. He and I have talked, okay? I did like the most recent record. I did. Overall, I did like it. I love Scorpion Hymn. Snowblood's awesome. There's some, though, that just do not connect with me, and that's okay. Kingdom of Giants. I think Kingdom of Giants is probably, I'm going to give them about a C. Just because their most recent record I thought was okay. I think I gave it like a mid-70s grade. Their older material, even before that, I've listened to a little bit of it. It's good. It's heavy. But it's just a lot of the tracks are very kind of vibey and whatnot, and I think that's cool. It's just I just need a little bit more oomph with my tracks. I just need a little bit more oomph. And Johnny, Reeves, who's in the band. I spent some time with him when I went out to Ashtone Audio Studio in Sacramento. Really, really nice guy. And obviously, it's nothing personal, okay, guys? I mean, let's be honest. There's nothing personal with any of this stuff. It's just a preference. Fox Lake. These guys blend, hip hop with hardcore, and they're a good band. I think there's some songs that I prefer more than others. I think that their most recent EP, Lady Luck, I believe it's called. I think that I liked the EP before that a little bit more. I'm gonna give Fox Lake. We're gonna give him a C. Let's see. A. Who are you saying? Who got the A for you, Bobo? Are you talking about Kingdom of Giants or Fox Lake? I wish I would have been writing them down. Respond to Bob. Yeah. Most of them. Oh, if you guys want, I mean, I'll include all the bands in the description of the video when I upload it to YouTube and whatnot. And I'll try to do I probably won't do timestamps because nobody got time for that. But From Ashes to New. It's just, to me, this is just like a Linkin Park, kind of more modernized, and some of it's okay, but it just overall is kind of a miss for me. I'm gonna go D here with From Ashes to New. Fox Lake, easy, high B. Yeah, I think Fox Lake is pretty good. There's just some songs where I'm like, I would just listen to this song. From Ashes to New gets a C. Yeah, I gave him a D. Ghost Complex. This is a band I also included in the 9 bands to listen to with less than 10,000 monthly Spotify listeners, and I think these guys are really good. I think that they're good. I think that that's just a great descriptor for them. Is just good. Whimsapoof says a B for Ghost Complex. I'm kind of going back and forth. I think that Ghost Complex is pretty good, but I want to see more from the guys. And I hope that maybe this ranking here will get them a little bit more hyped up. I'm looking forward to more from them. I'm going to give them a high C, like a C+. Hacktivist. There's some hacktivists that I really like, and there's some hacktivists that I just do not like. Very hit or miss for me. So I'm going to give hacktivist probably like a low C. There's some stuff that's really good, though. I mean, there's some bangers, but there's some that I'm kind of like, I don't know about that. Love them as a singles band. Yes, exactly. I think that's a great way to put it. Cool Down. Did he rank Traitors yet? No, I have not ranked Traitors just yet. Heirloom. So I have them on the list here, and this could change because actually I have to. I'm going to be doing a EP reaction for them. So there's a lot of material that I haven't heard yet from Heirloom, but from what I've heard, these guys are good, man. Like they're just a good band. I think they kind of do. They really remind me a lot of like Moss to Flames. Oh boy, Heirloom's EP top fucking notch, says Cool Down. Yeah, I'm gonna do a full review for the entire EP. From what I've heard, it's good stuff. I'm gonna give these guys a B. I'm gonna give them a lower B. But that could change after I do the review. Hollow Front. I think these guys are good. I really do. I think that they're good. I got to say their most recent single that they put out, which I can't remember it off the top of my head. I'll look it up on my phone. I thought it was just kind of a little bit too safe sounding for me personally, Falling Apart. I think Hollow Front's pretty good. Their album Loose Threads was rock solid. I thought it was just a really great, really solid record. I'm going to put them probably like right about here, smack dab in B. I think they're like a really just a solid B band. Imminence. Okay. There's a couple Imminence songs that I really enjoy. There's a couple Imminence songs that I do like. However, I heard their record in the car actually today. I was listening to it to try to catch up on more of their material, and it was okay. Just didn't really connect with me that much. But there are some singles that are like, whoa, you know what I mean? There's some that are like really, really good. So I'm gonna give them probably probably go low B. I'm gonna go low B for me, to be honest with you. I don't know, man. A lot of it's just kind of a little bit too melodic and you know, softer for me, and I can appreciate that. But I like, you know, they're like Temptation. I thought was good. Heaven and Hiding was cool. I just need more songs like that. Their record before that, which I can't remember the name of it, even though I listened to it today, was okay. But like I said, a lot of it was kind of just soft, and it was okay. But like, I just need a little bit more. Ice Nine Kills. This band's really good. I mean, I know they get a lot of flack, but especially the Silver Scream was awesome. Hip to Be Scared was okay. It was pretty good. I'm gonna give Ice Nine Kills a solid, probably like let's see. I'd probably go about right here. I think they're a B. Yeah, mid B. Yeah, I like Ice Nine Kills. I'm looking forward to the new record. I am looking forward to it. Invent Anime. I've gone on record with Invent Anime as my cat's meowing here in the background. Invent Anime is just a band that I just cannot get into, and you know, I'm gonna give them a D. I'm actually probably just gonna erase the F tier. I think, just because that's too. I can't put any band in an F tier. I mean, no band's that bad. You know what I mean? But they're just a low D for me. Probably like the lowest D. I thought that was my cat. You know, that's my cat. Yeah, he's just very loud. But yeah, Envisions. I think Envisions is awesome. A lot of their music is just sick. Wait, Code Orange is a D. What's going on here? Yeah, I can't get into Code Orange, man. I can't. But Envisions is awesome. Their most recent single, Gold Blooded, was sick. So much of their other music is just really, really, really good. Code Orange's newest album, I really wasn't that big of a fan of it. I remember doing a reaction to it on Patreon. I just really wasn't into the new Code Orange record. I think I gave it probably like a high 60 or maybe a 7 out of 10. We need more gold-blooded tracks from Visions. Yes. So I'm going to give Envisions a high B. I'm looking forward to their newer material, but overall, even their older stuff I'm really into. Ginger. There's a lot of tracks by Ginger that are like, you know, there's like, the thing with Ginger is like they have some songs that I am like, yeah, that song's sick. There's some that I'm like, yeah, those are good, and there's some that I'm like, not for me. So I think for me, Ginger, you know, I would probably put Ginger probably like smack dab B. Probably like right here. Like they're okay. Actually, you know what? Yeah, Bobo's saying C. I think the problem though is that like when I think of Ginger, you know, I'm gonna look up on my phone here because there's some songs that I can tell you that I really like. So like, let's see, their King of Everything record. I like Words of Wisdom is good. Sit, Stay, Roll Over. So there's two there. And then you go to their album, I believe it's called Cloud Factory, right? Yeah, Outlander's good. Cloud Factory, the title track is good. Cat, come on, man. Who is gonna be the one? I really like that. There's some stuff. I'm actually probably gonna go C. I think C is probably where I would go, just because there's like a handful of tracks that I enjoy, but the rest are kind of like, yeah, they're okay. You know, they're okay. I know that people in the comments are probably going to eat me alive for that one there, but Cloud Factory, I requested Killer 2. Yeah, Cloud Factory's good. Katahdin. Now, these are my guys. You know, I like their EP. I like Separation. I'm looking forward to more from these guys. These guys go heavy, and I like heavy. So we're going to put them actually probably in the B here. Let's think of where to put them, though. I think I'll probably put them probably right next to, I'll probably put them just above Degrader for me. Yeah, I love Katahdin. These guys are my friends. I think that they're sick. Kingsman. Very nice guys. They actually asked me if I wanted, I actually probably can't say that. But these guys are okay. You know, their music is pretty heavy. It's solid. But to me, I think that I probably go about a C on them. I'm looking forward to their new material though. Who is this here? It is like Knocked Loose. Okay, Knocked Loose. I gotta be honest with you, man. I really like Knocked Loose. I really like Knocked Loose. About both records that they've put out, I like them. You know, to me they're going to get a B. I just really like Knocked Loose. I don't know. Bobo's saying S tier. I just there's so many, and still I wanted. I know that the vocals are probably the biggest point of contention, obviously, with Knocked Loose. But A Different Shade of Blue hits really hard. Yes, it does. Yeah, I like it. Kublai Khan. Holy shit, man. I love Matt Honeycutt. I think Matt Honeycutt is such a sick vocalist. Like, I'm definitely getting him featured on a track of some kind in my lifetime. Because that guy's pissed, and I love it. Their most recent record was sick. You know, The Hammer's awesome. These guys are going to get a B from me as well. Probably just above. Probably just below. I don't know. I'm kind of like above or below Knocked Loose. You know, I'll probably go just below. But I like Kublai Khan quite a bit. Landmarks. I don't know if these guys put out bad music. Everything that I've heard from Landmarks is just so good. They're getting an A from me. Actually, I'll put them probably right here. And actually, I got to put Delogist. I got to do it. Landmarks is so good. So good. Left to Suffer. These are my guys, and they smash. I love me some Left to Suffer. Absolute A-tier band for me. I think I probably put probably just above Darko for me. I think Left to Suffer is that good. I think they're that good. I think they're that fucking good, man. Loathe. Love me some Loathe. You know, I think that their record before the most recent one was good. It was pretty good. The most recent record too, there was some, obviously the Deftonesy kind of tracks, but these guys execute that style so well. I got to put them in the A tier, probably like right about here. Yeah, I think that's good. All right, here we go. This one's going to be the point of contention right here. I know a lot of people are going to get pissed about this. Lorna Shore. Do they release music that at first listen you're like, holy crap, that was heavy, whoa. But I don't find myself really going back to listen to it that often. What, Cat? What is wrong with you, man? Come here. Come here, man. Just chill out, okay? Chill. I want you to chill. Here, sit up here. We can't go outside right now. I'm busy. Lorna Shore, I think is they're good. Like, but it's just not my thing. Like, I can listen to the Hellfire and be like, damn, like that's heavy, like that's cool. But do I go back and listen to it? No, I don't. I'm gonna be honest with you. So I'm gonna give them a C, and I know that that's probably gonna get some hate, but I'd actually probably put them below. I'd probably put them right about here. I feel the same way. Yeah, exactly, man. I just like it's like whoa, you know. I don't know. Dude, my cat. I gotta upload this to YouTube. People are gonna be like, "Why is that cat meowing constantly?" Sorry, people.
I would follow you into the midst of Avalon.
Big Papa, thank you for the follow. Someone's cat meow like that when they're in pain or whatever. He's looking. He wants to go out on the deck. He's looking like you guys can't see him, but he's right there, meowing, right at the door. He wants to go outside. He wants to go outside very bad. Brother, I'm out. Sorry, I've been quiet. Oh, dude, it's all good, man. I'm glad that you're here. Love you, handsome. What's going on? How you doing? Next, we have Make Them Suffer. Reminds me of South Park when Cartman yells at his cat. Yeah. Make Them Suffer, really just a great band. Make Them Suffer, so good. Yeah, I mean, A tier. Hey, okay, let's see. North Lane, overall, I liked Alien. It's okay. But North Lane is a band that I just really haven't been able to get too into, if I'm being totally honest with you guys. Like, it's genty and cool, but I'm going to give them a high C. I think Alien was cool. But I don't know. It's not a band that I've ever been able to really get into. And it's funny because when I was in the band True Shot, we got compared to older North Lane a lot. But I don't know. Just when I listen to it's just not anything that I'm like so totally pumped about. But we're gonna kind of go a little bit more rapid fire here, just because my cat's freaking out. Notions, these guys go hard. You know, like they have like that rap infused style. I think is really really cool. I'm gonna probably put them in the B category. Probably put them probably right there. It's probably good. Novelists, the more recent material, I'm gonna just grade them off of that because it's a new vocalist. It's a whole new direction. To me, it's you know, I think I'd probably go high B. I really like 2 of the singles. The other one is okay, not totally my thing, but Our Hollow, Our Home, collectively rock solid. Most recent records kind of okay. You know, not my thing totally, but I think they're still worthy of a B. We'll probably go about right here. Our Last Night. I did this for my guy Matt Mayer. I wanted to include Our Last Night for him. I think that they've released so much music, it's really hard to tell. Obviously, they're really well known for their covers, but I think that even their original music is pretty good. I think it's good. I'm gonna go B tier on Our Last Night as well. Probably go about right. Probably go low B though for me. Yeah, their original work is great. D, cover band. Outline and Color. I just haven't really been able to get too into Outline and Color, if I'm being totally honest with you guys. Played with them once before. Good guys. Really, really like them as people. The music, though, just really hasn't always connected with me. So I'm probably going to go about C. Of Sulfur, talk about heavy. You know, the style is not totally my thing, you know, but I can appreciate it. I'm going to probably go about a C. Probably go about a C. Probably go right about... I like them more than Lorna Shore and more than Abbey Falls, more than Seagate, more than Drown This City, more than Kingdom of Giants, more than Desolate. Yeah, we'll go there. Patient 67. Honestly, I put them on the list, but a lot of their music is just I haven't listened to like a ton of their music, but from what I have heard, it's just not my style of metalcore that like I'm totally into. I'm gonna go probably like a lower C if I'm being totally honest. Phineas, most recent stuff is sick. I believe these guys have always been underrated. I'm gonna go a B on these guys. I'm looking forward to the new stuff. Oh man, I can't even read what this is. Oh, this is Polaris. Believe it or not, that is Polaris. Okay. Let me scroll back up here, scroll out so you guys can see all this. Boom. That is Polaris. I had to find, like I said, I was trying to find square images. Polaris is a fantastic band. So good. I love me some Polaris. So good. Probably put them right about there. Yeah. Profiler, first single was great. Second single was okay. I'm looking forward to more from these guys. We're going to go C for now, but obviously it's only 2 songs in. You know, let's give them a chance. You know what I mean? We'll give them a high C, though. Prompts, from what I've heard, they're heavy. They're rock solid. But to me, they're probably about a C. Reflections, heavy as all hell. I would go probably about a B on these guys. Saving Vice, these guys are my friends, man. I think that Saving Vice does that old style of metalcore pretty good. I'd probably go about a B on these guys. I'm trying to think of where I'd put them. I'd probably put them right about here. I think I'll probably put them right about there. Sentinels. Oh, man, these guys are just nuts. I mean, but they're good. Tyrant wasn't really my thing singles-wise. But I really like Sentinels a lot. So I'm going to put them probably just above Crystal Lake, if I'm being honest. Shadow of Intent. It's just not my style, man. It just isn't. It just really isn't my thing. Where do I put them? Shadow of Intent. It's just not my style of music. I know that Chris, I'm going to actually be going into the studio with Chris. And I really like Currents, but Shadow of Intent's just not my thing. So I gotta, man, I'm gonna go low C. I'm gonna go low C. Silent Planet, fantastic band, 100% A tier band. I love Silent Planet. Slaughter to Prevail. Their most recent stuff is so good, so good. Even the stuff before that is good. But I'm looking forward to the record. I'm gonna give them a B. I'm gonna give B. I'm sending Chris this clip. No, don't do it. Don't do it. Sleep Token. I really like Sleep Token. Overall, I think that Sleep Token is awesome. The voice on Vessel is great. We're gonna go A. Sleepwaker, the record was rock solid that they just released. Alias, I think that these guys are probably right in the middle of the pack. B for me. Probably put them just below Reflections there. Signs of the Swarm. Looking forward to their new music, man. I think the collection was awesome. I enjoy me some Signs of the Swarm. I would probably go lower B though. Overall, just because like there's some songs that really connect with me more than others. I'm not too big into like just the crazy kind of deathcore stuff. Like I appreciate it, but overall, I like songs like The Collection more. Cheney, what's going on, man? How you doing? Spiritbox, definitely an A tier band for me. I'm looking forward to their record. There's some songs I like more than others, but easy A for me with Spiritbox. Love me some Spiritbox. Spite, Nothing is Beautiful record was awesome. Their most recent, the record after that they released, I think it was independently, was okay. I think that there might have been something going on with that band during that time in terms of the mix was off. I don't know what happened during the recording process, but it just didn't hit as hard as I would have hoped for it. But Spite overall, they're just heavy as hell, man. I think that I would probably go like a lower B. I'm looking forward to new material from them though. I've heard some rumors though, that their new material is insane. So I'm really excited for it. I've heard from good authority too. Let's just say that my sources that have told me that the new Spite material is insane are good ones. I'm just going to tell you that right now. Next we have Sunspear. These guys are good, man. These also in my bands that you need to listen to. With less than 10,000 monthly Spotify listeners. I'm looking forward to more. I need to hear more, but I think that these guys are they're good. But I'm going to put them in C for now because I'm looking forward to more from them. I'm looking forward to more from Sunspear. Tala, I think that they're a good band. That new metal style is cool. I'm into it. I'm gonna give them probably a lower B, but I do dig me some Tala. I'll go about right here. 1056 A tier band. I love 1056. Only 2 songs in, but I'm in, man. I'm in on 1056. If I had to buy stocks in bands right now, 1056, I'm buying it all day. Termina, my dude Nick, I think that his project with Andy is phenomenal. Just a great project. I'm looking forward to more from them as well. They're gonna get an A from me. I'm gonna go right there with them. Tetrarch, played with these guys, really nice people. I just feel like it's very vanilla nu metal. It's okay, but I'm definitely gonna go probably about a D on this. Probably right there. The Ghost Inside, great return record. What a story on these guys. I think that for me though, they're a B. Some of the stuff I like more than others. But yeah, I'm thinking of where to put them here. I probably put them right about there. Yeah. The Gloom in the Corner. I love The Gloom in the Corner. I think that band is so good. Very underrated. They're getting an A tier ranking from me. The Gloom in the Corner is a band that needs to be heard. The Plot in You, I can appreciate the musical ability and the vocal ability. A lot of stuff more recently is okay. Like, it just doesn't really connect with me. I'm going to go C here on the plot, and you probably go right about there. Wise Man's Fear. Very melodic. It's okay, but it's nothing that really connects with me, if I'm being totally honest. I'd probably put them right about there. Thornhill, again, another one of those kind of more melodic style bands, but I can appreciate them. Overall, I'd probably go about a lower B. Yes. I'd probably put them right about there. I believe this is To the Grave. Heavy as hell. Heavy as hell. I dig me some To the Grave. I dig To the Grave a lot. Let's go. Man, these rankings here are tough. I'm trying to figure out where to put them. I go right about, probably right about there. Yeah, I think that right there is good. Traders. From what I've heard, these guys are sick, man. A lot of the stuff from the stream, and obviously their most recent single, I got to put them in the B. I think that they're just heavy as hell, and I'm looking forward to hear more from them. Personally, I really am looking forward to it. True Shot. Now, I'm going to think about this objectively here. Now, I was obviously in the band. Obviously, the band is no longer. This is going to be an interesting one to rank. So, when I think about my old band, True Shot, okay, the EP that we put out was not good. I mean, I objectively speaking, I just really wasn't that. Like, in hindsight, knowing what I know now, the EP doesn't really do it for me. Paradigm was okay. Find Me I'm Missing was a good song, I thought. Reticent was, I think, a missed opportunity in hindsight. Mirage was good, and Deadbeat Lullaby was good. I think I'd give us probably... what do you guys think? Cheney saying a C, Cool Down saying an S. I'm trying to think of where I would put us objectively. Man, this is tough. I think objectively speaking, I'd probably go about, I think I'd probably go C. I think I'd go C. True Shot is S. I love them when they were a band. I still have my hoodie and my decal on my car. Dude, I appreciate it, man. I think I'd probably put us in like a high C for me personally. Like, when I think about it, yeah, I think C is probably where I'm comfortable. Until I Wake, these guys are just, I don't know, man. I just don't really see it. You guys were on the way to B tier. Well, I appreciate that, man. Until I Wake, I just can't get into these guys. I feel like it's just too vanilla. That's my biggest problem with them. I'm going to go D. Victor. Oh, we have another band here. Who do we got? Varials. I think that they're a C. I think that Varials is pretty sick overall. I think I'd probably put them right about there. I got my shirt and y'all disbanded. Sorry about that. Deadbeat Lullaby slaps. Yeah, I thought that was a good. I think Mirage in that was good. But yeah. Victims, I love Victims, man. I'm really into Victims. I think that they are very, very good. I'm going to put them in the high B category. Boom. Void of Vision, they're okay from what I've heard. I'm going to go high C with Void of Vision. Wage War, I'm going to go low A. I think Blueprints and Deadweight were awesome. Pressure gets a lot of heat, and rightfully so, but I think that overall Pressure is good. And then High Horse is awesome. I'm going to give them an A. Weeping Wound. These guys are chunky. They are heavy. They hit hard. I think I'd probably put them next to True Shot here in the C tier. While She Sleeps, I've gone on record many times. I just cannot get into the band. I just can't do it, man. I don't know why. Within Destruction, I dig the style that they're shooting for, but I'm hoping for it to develop even more. I think that style infusion will be awesome, as it gets more and more developed. But for now, I think I'd probably go right about here. So these probably aren't the perfect rankings here, but we ran through a lot of these. Yeah, man. The S tier is pretty much reserved for Amir. Let's be honest here. But yeah, man, I think I feel pretty comfortable about these here. There's some bands that I need to listen to more to get a better understanding, but yeah. So there you guys have it. There is the modern metal tier list.